And hello everybody, it's Andrew Gallinger with you. I'm here at the final night of the Brush Rodeo 2021 from Brush, Colorado. And I am here with Brush Rodeo announcing team Wyatt Joiner and Seth
Maxie.
Seth Maxie.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's okay, buddy. You're nobody. That's right.
Long 3 days, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wyatt Joiner and Seth Maxie.
Andrew, thanks for having us on your video here. We appreciate you for coming, hanging out with us, for coming down from Rock Springs. Wyatt.
Andrew, thank you for coming and joining us for 3 days here in Brush, Colorado. It's been kind of a marathon here for Independence Day weekend, and we were just glad that you were able to come and visit with us, hang out, and see what we do for a living.
Yes, my pleasure, guys. Thank you both very, very much for having me. And Seth, I'll start with you. For those people out there that might be new to rodeo and not know what any of this entails, what's the pull to rodeo that brings out the large crowds in your mind, like what we saw tonight? The 4th of July, we had a huge and very enthusiastic crowd here tonight.
So, the number one thing about rodeo is it's what America was founded on was cowboys and cowgirls. I mean, before we had the cities and all these big large towns, these were prairies and plains. They had cowboys. There's nobody who doesn't love a good cowboy story. And the 4th of July, we could not have a better atmosphere to celebrate our nation's independence with America's first sport, America's greatest sport, in my opinion, which is rodeo. So, I mean, it's just the camaraderie, the competition, and of course, just rodeo is romantic to a certain extent, and we're just super glad to have the opportunity to come to Brush, Colorado for this great event.
And Wyatt, to you now, you and Seth both have done rodeos all across the country. What's your take on how different areas do rodeo and portray that Western way of life that rodeo is so famous for wherever it is, whether it's in a Western state like Colorado or in the eastern part of the country, in Florida per se? I know you both have been now in both areas of the country.
And rodeo is so unique that it can differentiate in any parts of the United States that we're in. When you come out here to the west, like Colorado, Wyoming, and Nevada, you really get the western feel out of everything, just because of where we're at in the history that is born in this area, that this is the Old West, this is the last frontier. That whether you go back home where we're from in Louisiana and Mississippi, we're having to bring that feel from out here in the west to the south. Yes, things are a little different, but the feel is the same. That's our job here as announcers and music directors and clowns, is to bring that Western lifestyle, that Western heritage that we both fell in love with a long time ago, that we want to be ambassadors and endorsees of, to make sure that this lifestyle and this heritage lives on for generations beyond us.
And I want to add to that is, we truly got the greatest job in the world. We get to play cowboys. Most people got to put on suit and tie every day. Well, we get to wear Wrangler shirts and Wrangler jeans and cowboy hats and go all across the country seeing many different people. Who doesn't love a good fairy tale story? We're literally living the fairy tale life, traveling the country, doing what we love, and we're blessed with that opportunity.
It's the people that we've met and the places that we've been. I'm only 27. Max, you'll turn 29.
I'll turn 30 next year.
30 next year. And the places that we've been in our young age, most people don't get to see before they're 50. Right. And we are just extremely blessed. And we, just like Maxie said, we do have the greatest job in the world. I could not see my life in any other shape or fashion besides being at a rodeo every single weekend of the year.
Awesome, guys. And Maxie, you were mentioning all 3 nights how important the crowd is to this sport. It's especially for the bull riders, and I'd say bronc riders too. When the crowd gets into it, the broncs and bulls buck a lot more. If the crowd's not into it, chances are they're not going to.
That's right. The crowd is everything. If we didn't have a crowd, it wouldn't be worth doing. The crowd, we feed off the energy just as much as they feed off what we send to them. You know, the music. The music director this weekend, he's an announcer as well, and I work music for him. He works music for me. We're just a partnership. But the crowd is everything. We like to play stuff they can sing to, dance to. We're here to have a good time. These 2-3 hours, they're away from their job. They're away from their struggles. They're away from their headaches of life. They get 3 hours to enjoy something and get away from everything. And it's our job to entertain them for the almost 3 hours they're here. And the crowd, we couldn't do what we do without all of our great fans.
Everywhere we go across the U.S., we're met with different types of people, different types of fans. And just being here in Colorado, Maxie and I have met all different people from all different walks of life. And like he said, they come here on the weekend for the 4th of July to really escape life. And just to leave everything outside the gates, come in here, have 2-3 hours of fun with their family, their wife, their kids. And Rodeo really provides an atmosphere for them able to come do that. And Rodeo is very proud of what they built this as a family sport.
I agree 100%.
Awesome, guys. And last question, we're on Independence Day weekend, getting ready for a giant fireworks show here on the 4th of July. Rodeo is very much a military appreciation sport all the way around. From announcing, spectators, competitors, everybody associated with it has always been very military friendly. Why is that so vital to the sport of rodeo, that relationship be rock solid in your guys' opinion?
Wyatt, I'll lead the way on this one. We cannot be Americans. We cannot live in the land of the free without the brave. I mean, rodeo is just a small part of what we do, but without our servicemen and women of our armed forces, the military, the firefighters, the EMT, the police, those folks, they protect our skies, seas, and shores every day. They protect us at home, they protect us on the road. I mean, if it weren't for those guys fighting and some even dying for our freedom, we couldn't do what we love. So, I mean, it's easy to say, hey, you know, we're here to have fun and enjoy rodeo, but we got to really think about why we're here. And that's because some people made the ultimate sacrifice. And if it's just a short shout out to those guys, that's a small price to pay for what they did for us to be here.
And I'll take it just a step further and almost a step deeper. You know, like I mentioned earlier, all the people and places we get to go, and when you actually get to talk to these service members that actually went off to Afghanistan and Iraq and have been in Desert Storm and Vietnam, and the things that they've seen and the places they've been to fight for our freedom, this just comes to the fact that they would go out and fight for us and not even know my name, his name, or anyone else's name personally that they're fighting for. They're fighting for us as a country and as a whole and as a way of life that we have founded in 1776, and for almost 250 years we have gone through all the trials and tribulations to uphold the principles our founding fathers had. And it goes to that deep of a level with our military members, our police officers, our firefighters, that they would protect us and be there for us without even knowing our name. And that's why they're really friends of rodeo, and they will always be honored and always be respected in this sport, no matter where you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you both very much for your time. And Maxie, as you say, enjoy the rest of your time this year, both of you, as you continue down the rodeo road.
Andrew, thank you for having us, brother. Thank you so much. We've enjoyed it. Hey, little shout out to us. Yeah, we're A-team here. High five. Andrew, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Andrew, for coming and hanging out with us, friend.
My pleasure. Thank you guys very much. This has been Andrew Gillinger with the Rodeo Road Podcast, episode number 1. Check it out here soon. Hopefully I'll have more in the future. This is Andrew Gillinger with Wyatt Joiner and Seth Maxie at the conclusion of the Brush Rodeo 2021. Happy 4th of July, everybody.